What's up, guys? Disclosure Artist here, and I'm making this video because I just got off the phone with my parental unit, and we had a conversation where I was trying to explain how the situation where I live appears to be a scenario that involves manipulation, weather manipulation. It seems as though they are using the power that they have to create a situation where crops are drying up, fields are going dry, there are fires, they're telling us to conserve our water. I'm going to make a whole separate video about that, and I'm sure it'll get taken down. And their reciprocation to my ability to simply connect dots, to pattern recognize, to state facts, essentially. Walter Cronkite style, just read the facts, personal truth removed, no propaganda, no opinion, emotion, just stating what is versus what is not, or seemingly so. This went over not so well. In their corner, they immediately used the term conspiracy theory and told me that I was a conspiracy theorist, and that their programming basically caused them to go into a place where their immediate response was, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. This, of course, again, is programming. That is so hard to shake from that generation. It's almost like an auto response. I'm making this video because I think we need to make outdated terms taboo. Since we know the term conspiracy theorist was coined by the intelligence community to gaslight genuine experiencers into offing themselves. There's a whole documentary on it. Mirage Men, Rick Doty, his NDA is up. He discloses what he did at the OSI, Office of Special Investigation for the Air Force, where his job was literally to convince people that what is happening to them wasn't, again, UFO. Outdated term. They're trying to change the syntax of society, remove the giggle factor. They were never unidentified. They always knew they were ET craft. We reverse engineered them. We have them. We call them ARVs, alien reproduction vehicles. They want to call them UAPs now, unidentified aerial phenomenon, so that the brain relates to them differently. So honestly, we need to, if we are, that is, of course, fighting for the best interest of humanity, we need to abandon those terms altogether. Not only that, but we need to make them to the point where the use of them is downright disrespectful. Because we currently live in a world where essentially a person calling another person a conspiracy theorist is basically like pointing your finger and saying, you're a thinker. You're a thinker, how dare you? How dare you use your ability to pattern recognize, connect the dots, and regurgitate facts? How dare you do that? Does that mean that the person pointing the finger is a non-thinker? Has it become a world where thinking makes you a negative entity? To call somebody, to point your finger at them and say, you're a conspiracy theorist, you're a thinker, you're using your mind. How dare you, you're bad. I wish I could be like you, but I can't, because my mind is programmed to shut off whenever I hear things that trigger that response. So, those of us who are still using that term, I ask at this point to show those of us who have been basically right about everything we said this year coming true, to show us a little bit more respect. And, personally, for someone to call me a conspiracy theorist when I've been silenced by the New York Times, I've been silenced by YouTube, I've been silenced by Facebook, I've been threatened to be deplatformed, I've had my posting rights stripped from me for multiple weeks, I've had my First Amendment rights stripped bare. There is no Constitution, it's not being upheld, there are no First Amendment rights, the Bill of Rights is gone, it doesn't exist. I was silenced, I was censored multiple times. For someone to call me a conspiracy theorist, even if they are my own flesh and blood, is no less disrespectful at this point than, there's a lot of other words that I could throw in, but we need to make that word equivalent with it, because we need a planet of people that are thinking right now. We need people who are able to harness the neural circuitry that they were born with to connect the dots, to see what's going on, to add it up on their, if they need a vision board, whatever it takes, honestly, lay it out, look at it for what it is, try to control the fire hose of emotion that is the exploitation of the human race. And let logic override emotion, because you will come to a clear conclusion at that point, that I have also come to. I'm not here to strong arm anyone into seeing things my way, but again, if you are apt to exploring a certain rabbit hole, you can do so on your own time, circle back around, and then we'll have that conversation. And you'll know that I was never a conspiracy theorist. I've always been a freedom fighter, and I will continue to be what I am. It's time to show us some respect.